Are you testing for valid information on political matters, security matters, marital matters, academic matters, and other trending issues? Join me on every Wednesday on Inside Out with Shola Akintayo at 11 a.m. where experts will analyze and find solutions to matters arising on FB and Instagram page live every Wednesday 11 a.m. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Inside Out with Shola Akintayo. Today is another Wednesday video, and we shall be discussing a very vital topic this morning. But before we go on, before I announce the topic of today, we will commensurate with the family of Governor Sanwo-Olu, chief of staff in person of doing Ojora. She lost a wife recently about 2-3 days ago. We are sending our sympathy to the family and also to others that lost their family due to one or two reasons, especially the DSS, that jumped into the lagoon. We got reports of this about a discussion with somebody known to because she now stop the cab and jump into the lagoon. As a result of all of this, I want to use this opportunity to try to encourage everyone of us. We all understand the situation of things around now in the country. A lot is happening that has led to depression and oppression all across. Advices, we just have to take things easy. Yeah, there is depression, there is oppression, there are issues across the country affecting a lot of people right now. But we really need to take things easy. Suiciding is not an option. Yeah, you can, whenever you are feeling depressed, you can find somebody, a close and trusted friend, to share whatever the problem is. Committing suicide should be the next option. We will all overcome the situation around us. Yeah, today we want to look at media propaganda. Yes, media propaganda is what we want to look into this morning. This we always experience at every election year. Although in other years too, there are a lot of misleading information out there. But we are discussing this morning because we are towards the period of election and already campaign is ongoing. So we need to look at the roles of media propaganda during this election campaign, and what is the efficacy of that and how can we manage it out in a situation like this, especially in this kind of period. I will quickly do a recap on the media propaganda. Nigeria has witnessed a considerable increase in the use of social media over the years. Mere 20,000 users of media in the recent year. They calculated to be 51% of the entire population. Social media became a prominent channel of communication during election year. The use of hashtag became a popular and simplistic way of identifying political affiliation and support. However, about 2015, social media use in Nigeria increased immensely in scope, and as a result of this, it has received widespread of media attention for its role in informing and engaging, empowering citizens in Nigeria across Africa. The primary objective of our program today, is to show to expose the role of propaganda media model that was initiated via social media during election campaign, during election year. So what I'm trying to say this morning is we want to look at the role of media propaganda during election year, especially during campaign towards the election. I cited the case of 2015, that is during the presidential election between our former president, that's Gage, Goodluck Jonathan, and our current president, Muhammad Buhari. There was a gist then on social media that the election will be shifted. From the election was supposed to come up in February that very year, 2015, and there was a news across the media in February 7 that the election is going to be shifted due to the fact that they were suspecting that there are a lot of foul and a lot of rigging in plan towards the election. So it was shifted to March in that very year. After all, we discovered that all these are just propaganda. They are just misleading information. And the question is, why do we always have all this misleading information towards election here? And what are the reason for it, and how can we really manage it? That is what we are going to discuss this morning. So sit back, don't go away. After this short break, I will have my guest in the studio so we can look into this discussion together. Do not forget to share this live with your friends, with your neighbor. We need your own contribution too. We need your own question and answer towards the topic of today, media propaganda. Stay tuned. I'll be back shortly. Are you thirsty for valid information on political matters, security matters, marital matters, academic matters, and all that trending issues? Join me on every Wednesday on Inside Out with Shola Akintayo at 11 a.m. We're experts who analyze and find solutions to matters arising on FB and Instagram page live every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Are you thirsty for valid information on political matters, security matters, marital matters, academic matters, and all that? Okay, welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Inside Out with Shola Akintayo, and this morning we want to discuss media propaganda. Yeah, you know, we are in the period of election campaign, and during this period, there are a lot of misleading information on the media. You know, you want to agree with me that the use of media, it is very, very, very important during this particular period, maybe while election is going on during the campaign. And a lot of news will be spread, those that are genuine and those that are not genuine. But today we want to look at media propaganda, you know, as a result of the ongoing campaign towards the 2023 election. And with me in the studio this morning is Korede Taiwo. Korede, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Korede is a media personality and also a journalist, and currently is a call center. He is an officer presently. And so this morning we want to look into media propaganda. So just sit back. Your own question, your own contribution on this discussion is also welcome, you know. And I also want to take you back to our objective in Inside Out. Inside Out pick up issues from the local level down to the state level and the federal level. You know, we reach out to those that are not close to the government out up there, so that we can analyze issues affecting them at the local level too. So this morning we are looking at media propaganda. Korede, you want to agree with me that media has become a vital, very vital tool in the country across the world, and it has a lot of population during political matter, especially during campaign. You know, during my overview, I cited case of the 2015 election between Goodluck Jonathan and President Muhammad Buhari when the election was shifted in February 7, then that due to the information that came up that there are plans towards the election that a particular party are trying to rig the election thereabout, and it was shifted from February to March of that same year. Yeah, so to say, some people have said the information is right. Some have said it's just a misleading information. Even the accused political party and their aspirants then too was like, no, it was not the truth. That is just political, all of those gist. And aside, even aside that politics, even in the entertainment world, there are a lot of information that pop out from the media, and we discover that some of them are just propaganda. Even recently, one happened recently to one of the aspirants, that information was about money laundering and thereabout. And after the following day, we discovered that no, it was all coming up like a propaganda, a lot of things like that. And that this aside the fact that it's happening, we discovered that this is really misleading, especially during a crucial period like this. And somebody like you who is from that sector, the media house. So what can you say to this? Do you want to accept that propaganda is happening during period like this?
So for personal, I think propaganda depends on our own definition of what propaganda is.
Okay.
So for propaganda, I think it's about passing information,
yes,
shaping views, and getting people to your side. So they use all gimmicks, especially from the political class. They use all gimmicks they have in their capacity to ensure that they bring people to their own side. It could be positive or negative. But in my own opinion, propaganda is not something we need to shove aside during electioneering periods. It is very important.
How do you mean it's very
so
important?
Because there's a need to pass information across to your target audience. So there's a way you pass it across to them. You can use any available media.
Okay.
Any available medium, I mean to say.
Okay.
So it could be the print medium.
Yeah.
It could be the broadcast. It could be, now we have the new media, which is social media.
Okay.
It is very, very, in fact, the rate at which these days people tend to tilt more towards social media than the conventional media we used to have before now.
Okay.
So it is a tool to getting people to your side, in my own opinion.
If you are saying it's a tool to get people to your own side, and should the information come like you are now blackmailing the other person? Because if I want to look at the word propaganda in a simple English, is a misleading information. I don't know, maybe you want to agree that with me.
No, I will not agree with that. I like I said, it depends on your own definition of propaganda. So it could be either positive or negative. But the bottom line is you are passing information to people. Now, the information could be either positive or negative. Now, the positive information is passing the normal information you pass to people. And so on the negative side, I have 3 types of negative. Malinformation, misinformation. So all these 3 depends on your intent. So for misinformation, the intent is majorly not intentional. For instance, I'm thinking of a particular. For instance, if you have you know that these days, this social media, everybody is trying to break news.
News.
Okay, so any breaking news, my platform, I want my platform to take it first. So in doing that, most of them, they tend to misinform people.
Okay.
They did not get, most times they may not get the full information out
Throw
to the
it out
public.
to the public.
And also note that social media, the target audience for social media is very, very wide and dispersed.
Yes.
It is very, very wide. At least you can, if like those on Instagram and stuff, some of them have as much as 1.9 million followers.
Yes. Even some more than that.
Uh-huh.
11 million.
You get. So those, if they pass any information, if for instance that person is trying to break the news first without getting the details of the information, such person may mislead the public, his or her own audience. That is misinformation.
Okay.
Though it was not intentional, but the person has passed information.
The person has passed an information that was not confirmed, was not analyzed, was not scrutinized before sending
Thank
it
you.
out. But yeah, I see that on the part of the media people. Now let's come down to let's pick it up from politics now. And I cited a case of 2015 election, where they shifted the election as a result of what came up from the media house, that they suspect rigging, towards the election then. Now, what we clamored upon them was that the gimmick is just to distract people's attention. So what now let's pick it from that angle.
So I said earlier that we have
is it not a game from one party to the other to distract?
So that is disinformation. It tilts more towards negative propaganda. Disinformation is intentional information you pass to cause how do I put it? Misleading information. It is deliberate and it could mislead. It comes in form of, for instance, I'm thinking of, for instance, there was a time President Buhari left Nigeria for some time.
Okay.
So people said that we are having what was it called? A cloned president and stuff. Some people believed it.
Yes.
You understand?
And it affected, even till now, we still have Nigerians that believe
it affected some region of the country. You understand? It brought about some rancor from a particular region of the country and stuff. Yeah. It's not true. In my own opinion, that's not true. It's not possible.
Well, I'm not saying I confirmed it. I'm just
but some people believed it. That is disinformation. You understand? So that kind of propaganda is calculated towards achieving a particular aim. The aim could be misleading.
Misleading?
Yes. So, and malinformation too is calculated. Now it comes from passing an information from another angle. If, for instance, there was a picture I saw one time that there was a cheetah carrying a cat, a little cheetah. So from the angle the camera took, it was like this cheetah was grabbing the baby cheetah's neck. Meanwhile, from the other angle, it was trying to save that cheetah from the mud. The point of view matters. For instance, now if there's a picture of somebody lying down in the hospital bed, closing their eyes, without a caption, you understand? It doesn't give a vivid description of the event. So it now behoves on you to interpret it. It could be wrong or it could be right. So that is malinformation. It is calculated without information at all, but that picture is speaking something. So it now builds on you to translate it. They leave it to you to translate.
Translate. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me also say this now. We based on what you just narrated.
Yeah.
You don't say you still say propaganda like not a misleading information that though it could be positive or negative. No. But we are dwelling on the negative side of it because that is the one that is affecting majorly now. You understand? So that's why we're dwelling on that here right now. Now, but I could remember in the course of our study coming up like a media personality. Yeah, we were told, probably I don't know, maybe it was a parable then, that in every misleading information, so to say, there are elements of truth.
That's the truth.
There are elements. So if we are claiming that some propaganda are not, they are not negative, they are just, it's just coming up in the form of news. Okay, now let's go back. I will still go back to that of 2015. You understand now? So I wonder, do you want to agree with the information as at then that it was just a news, that it was not a negative news?
So, like I said, the informer, the intent of that informer should be should be factored into that information. So what is the intent of that person passing such information?
Yeah, we believe that then it was just to distract people's attention towards the election.
Yes.
And the date was shifted then. Just majorly let's distract people's attention towards the election. You know, even this 2020 election, when ASU resumed back to, they were instructed to go back to classroom. There are a lot of information that went on social media there that is just to distract youth, you know, from partaking in the election. Because they are sure that during that time, a lot of them will be in school. But truly, was that the purpose? But when we look at it at the same time too, you know, students have been home for 8 months and very close, like about 2-3 months to the election period, the strike was called on.
The reason, yeah.
So there are elements of truth in all of these. You understand?
Yeah.
One of the aspirants, something came up of visit, although the media house that popped out the news apologized.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what are we trying to gain if that wasn't the truth?
So for media propaganda, like I said, we can't shove it away because everybody is trying to pass information across to their target audience. Like I said earlier, it is to shape decision, it is to influence people, it is to persuade people.
If you are saying influencing people,
yeah,
what is the intention? To influence them positively or negatively? So
now it now brings us back to that person who is passing the information. What is the intent of that person? Now it will be a gain for somebody, it will be a loss for another person. So the information, what is my intent of this information I'm passing across? Is it to gain people to my side or to take people away from? It's not possible to take people away from your side, but it's just to gain people to my side majorly. It is I'll say it is a how do I put it? Just how do I put it? Anyways, it's just a way to be selfish for ourselves.
Okay, let's look at politics now.
Yeah.
Two parties. Okay, we have a lot of close to 18 presidential candidates now.
On paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we have about 2, 3, 4 that are major. And out of those 2, 3, 4, I will still bring it down to 2, which is APC and PDP. You understand? Okay. And there was an allegation that came out from a media house that outside the country, they discover so person, this and this about the person. You understand? So, and the conclusion was that it was a propaganda just to distract people' attention from the aspirant of a particular party. Now, this does not involve a single person. It does not involve you as a person. It does not involve you as a person. It involves group of parties.
Yeah.
So should that be coming up towards election period or during the campaign? We'll come back after this. I think I've dropped something we
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to discuss here
Yeah.
after our short break. We are discussing media propaganda. Yeah, the purpose, what is the intent, and then how do we handle it during this election period and every election year. With me in the studio this morning is Korede Taiwo. Just stay tuned, we'll be back shortly after the break. Are you thirsty for valid information on political matters, security matters, marital matters, academic matters, and all that trending issues? Join me on every Wednesday on Inside Out with Shola Akintayo at 11 a.m. Where experts will analyze and find solutions to matters arising on FB and Instagram page live every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Okay. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, we are discussing media propaganda this morning. And with me in the studio is a media personality, person of Korede authentic or valid information on political matters, security matters, marital matters, academic matters, and all that trending issues. Join me on every Wednesday. A lot. Even
I believe so too.
oh you
Yes, I do. Yes. Because you remember when COVID first started in Lagos, we used to have figures from different local governments.
yes.
Yes. So I think there was a time I went to my talk, and we were supposed to be on lockdown. You need to see the crowd we had in my talk. And when
During the lockdown.
during the lockdown, and when the results came out, I monitored that result for 5 days. When the results came out, that axis was the lowest in Lagos State. And I was like, from what I'm seeing, from the ways of avoiding COVID, none of these people took to the COVID restrictions. And it's not coming from this large distance. So something is, at least at the end of the day, we saw the results. We saw palliatives, and anyways, that's all the contention today. However, yeah,
what you about to mention that we saw palliative and all that, there was still came out after that was just fake, that wasn't real.
but some people actually saw it.
Yeah,
We saw
we're still
video.
talking about this propaganda.
We saw the
Now,
videos.
let me quickly ask you this question: do you feel propaganda has done more harm than good
For politics
for politics
in Nigeria,
for politics, Nigeria, and for the citizen?
okay, in my own opinion, as Koredeo, I feel it has done more harm.
How?
Now,
Can
let's start from
can you-
the 2011 election.
okay.
So we were told some things. People voted. 4 years later, we were told some other things. People voted. Another 4 years, people voted based on the information that was
got from the media.
given,
Yes.
based on the how do I put it? The persuasive information they gave.
And the
We are
proximity
here
was
now.
so close.
Yes, and we are here now. Now, propaganda as at that time was, this one party was going against the other party.
And that is what we still have now.
You
Not
understand?
then. That is what we still have now.
So, but
Because the recent one that happened to one of the aspirants, the other parties, they still believe that it's just to distract
thank you.
voters for voting for the.
But in the real sense, it is, we can never show it. It will always happen, because how do you get across to your target audience if you don't use the media? How do you convince them if you don't tell them persuasive words? How do you persuade them?
What shouldn't be to blackmail the other.
So now it now behoves on the voters to fact check all these things they do, they say, promises they give when they are campaigning for votes. You can fact check it. There are modern ways of fact checking information now. At least I've heard about 3 of fact checking. I remember there was this Arise News media chat with some aspirants.
Okay.
I think the research,
Yes.
there was somebody, I can't forget that person's name, Taiwo, somebody called him Taiwo. For so anything the aspirant say, it tells us if this is true or false. Especially when it comes to statistics, giving statistics and giving antecedents. So I think this is a modern way of fact checking the information they give to us, especially when it comes to periods like this, electionary period. And this is another reason I crave that all the aspirants sit to discuss with the voters so that at least we can fact check the information they are giving to us. We can also fact check the promises they are giving to us, if this is visible or not.
So
You
how,
understand?
how do you expect somebody at the local level to fact check information given at maybe during a campaign or manifesto? How do you, I'm talking about people at local level now, grassroots, and they want to vote.
The uneducated people.
Not even, we have educated people at the grassroots level too. You understand? How
least.
do they fact check information given to them from the media?
So I think our national relation agencies are, I'm trying to be but I feel they have a lot to do on this. Now, there's a job for them. There are ways to close to these people through bias. Now, at least 70% of Nigerians have a phone, an internet-enabled phone.
Okay.
They always get all this information online. They can watch videos. They can do verbal information. You get? Okay. But at least to reduce it to a reasonable
sense. Okay, yeah, we are discussing media propaganda from we'll be taking your own question and contribution after this short break. Do not go away. With me in the studio is Orede Bello, and we are discussing media propaganda. We are looking at how is it this. Stay tuned, we'll be back shortly. Are you thirsty for valid information on political matters, security matters, marital matters, academic matters, and all the trending issues? Join me on every Wednesday on Inside Out with Shola Akintayo at 11 a.m. Where experts will analyze and find solutions to matters arising on FB and Instagram page live every Wednesday, 11 a.m.
Inside Out Production is an entertainment media house that provides the following services: makeup, photography, videography, alaga iduro, live band decorations, drinks, hairstylings, catering services, ashwebi. We go into the market to get you your ashwebi and bring it to your doorstep. Wedding suits and gown. We help you with your pre-wedding and wedding photo shoots. We get you the best MC, event planning and event coordination. Contact us on the following phone numbers: 08034346625 or 08121567764, or of the following social media: Inside Out at Instagram or Facebook at Shola Akintayo. Get us there and we are here to serve you at our.
Are you an investor, realtor, property owner, or a prospective buyer? Contact us at Simeon's Home for the following services: sales and lease of property, facilities and property management, in-house design and construction, tiling and painting, land survey and property documentation, locational mapping, architectural design, fast and turnkey projects, industrial, residential and institutional cleaning services. Our office address: 1 Osamoje Close off Ikola Road, Command. Our telephone number is 080 34 333 258.
Do you want to study abroad? Do you want to relocate with your family? Contact us at Global Home Time Resources. We help to process genuine visa to the following countries: Canada, Mauritius, UK, US, and Germany. For more information, contact us on 080 34 333 258 or 090 42 45 8587.
Yeah, welcome back. Before going on the short break, I made a blunder from here, and I thank God my my guest quickly tapped me. This is a day I'm used to, in the entertainment world. I'm used to be our usual guy. Yeah, thank you for that. In the studio is Korede Taiwo, and we are looking at media propaganda. If you're just joining us, I have been doing a series of listeners and viewers out there. So I'll be taking questions one after the other right now. So, okay, Akinwumi Adeojo says a good topic. Thank you, Akinwumi. People need to understand what propaganda really means. It's an information biased.
Like I said, yes, it depends on the intention, the intent of the person passing the information.
But you want to agree it's mostly biased.
Yes, it is. It is. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. He's not asking a question. He said, what's the role of the government on the media? What is the role? Because now we're saying, okay, the person passing out the information, probably the house disseminating information at that moment should fast check before sending the information. Actually, the report goes to overnight. Yeah, I saw that was against one of the aspirants, that's Bola Tinubu. And like we have been seeing those that have been coming even before this election here, the one of 2015. I feel yes, the media has, but at the same time, what are the rules of government? I'll keep saying it. Social media has taken over activities now.
That's
You
the truth.
understand?
That's
Now,
the truth.
how do governments control all of this? So we won't be happy because election here and people should be all this misinformation. People from voting for credit leader. So say, you understand? So what Akinwumi Adeojo is asking, what is the role of government on me as regard dissemination of information?
So for that, I think the government has something in place for like what one of these media houses, there's a fine for passing misleading information, untrue information.
Yes.
You understand? But I think the government should do more. The area I think they should do more is they should be independent from most of these agencies. These watchdogs,
Okay.
for the kind of information we pass across. Like this, like the writer has said, it is biased. What if that particular government, because they are in power, is now using that as a tool against the other party?
The other part.
You understand? So I feel all dogs independent. They should stand on their own. The government.
Without influence from the government. It's power to express control in its favor.
Yeah.
I don't know what do you think. Exactly. What I see, I think media propaganda can be a tool. Now, some information can be true, but to bring someone down.
Yes.
That's why I said for information there are elements of truth.
Yes.
You know, because okay, the question is this: like what was popped out recently about aspirants?
Yeah.
I would say that if I'm not saying the information was true, I'm saying if in case, like you said, why is it not now?
It's still,
Why is that information?
it's still down to intent. Now,
So
like
this
I
kind
said,
of information biased intention
so it depends on if the information is true or not. And remember, I mentioned 3 types of negative information.
Okay.
So this one will tilt more towards malinformation. Of the information. So I'm saying this information, it might be true, but the angle at which I use is what I push out to you.
Okay. Just like I said, media propaganda can be the way you use it depends on you.
Yeah.
And I will not okay, that's a question for you. My question to the guest is, how do you maintain objectivity in media reportage when the media owner has a political leaning?
It's simple. So every media owner, though I think we have it in Nigeria that every media owner is not is not a partisan politician, doesn't participate actively in politics. Now, when it comes to, you can't rule out.
Are you sure of that?
Yes, you can't rule out.
Too sure of that.
I am. I am. Forget all this. But normally, you are not to be. For you to be very objective, you are not to participate in any. You need to be neutral as much as possible. Just try as much as possible to be neutral. Which I feel is not really possible in this part of the world, because sometimes these people pays the bill. They pay the bill. Sometimes. I'm not saying all, but sometimes they pay these bills. So as humans, we'll tend to tilt a little towards that person paying bills. You understand? Yeah. So I think, I don't think is that easy not to be actively involved in politics
if you are a media owner.
Yes.
Because I really don't want to go into details as regard that, because I want to counter what you said, that we have you are not aware if there's any media house that
no, we are aware now. I've worked in a media house a media house whose owner was a public office holder.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, such media house can make a propaganda about
we've seen a lot
whom they are not in the same political party.
We've
and
seen
I think that is where Tolani is directing his question. How do you maintain that objectivity? Because of course you cannot rule out the facts. We have some media house that they cannot talk about another political party, except the parties that the owner has to be one of the members. Yes. You understand?
Yeah.
So let's look at propaganda at that here. But that's not our objective.
But don't let us forget that these media houses were used before the First Republic.
Yes.
I mean during the First Republic, the time of Awolowo, the time of, most of them have media houses now, and they pass their information from these media houses, their own media houses.
Yes, like even MKO.
Yes, Concord.
You know,
as at that time, you have Tribune, you have so, but to curb that is, I think, is why the government has made efforts to ensure that they are not as partisan as they are not too deep into politics. But I don't think it's actually possible.
Okay. Now, my last question for you today is now to the citizen, to our listener, our viewers, and to the registered voters towards this election here. So what do you want to advise them based on media propaganda towards 2023 election? Because to me, as a matter of fact, I don't think this is what we need now. We want to vote in credible leader that will lead us right, so that some things, some hardships, some sufferness, some struggle can come to an end. And if not come to an end, can be reduced. You understand? All this suiciding, all this, all those things can come to an end, at least to help ourselves, minding the fact that our major assignment in Inside Out is to help people at the local level to get close to the government. So we are bringing information from the local level up there. So what is your advice to people out there?
Okay, so I would say our aspirants should talk to us. Let us check what they are telling us. We can now fact check what they intend to give to us. We don't want a situation, we don't want to continue with this situation we have found ourselves. We actually don't. This is not what we planned for. It wasn't planned for. But so if they talk to us, if we talk together, we can now say, okay, this might be true, this is not true. You understand? So I'll say to the voters, let's fact check all these things they tell us, okay, all these promises they give, and let's check their antecedents also.
How about the media house?
The media houses, they should try as much as possible to be objective.
Because we need to talk to ourselves.
Of course. Sure. They should try as much as possible to be very, very objective in the information they give. Before you give information, ensure you have your facts and figures right. We should avoid the first to break craze, first to break news craze, so that we don't instigate the polity. We don't give wrong information unnecessarily. Yeah.
That affects the citizen.
Yes.
And distracts attention.
Distract.
Yeah. Okay, so far so good this morning. That's how far we can go on our topic, media propaganda. Yeah, I want to appreciate your time with me, Korede Taiwo. You've done justice to the discussion of today. Thank you, and we hope to see you more time. So my viewers out there, do not go away. I'm still going to have my shout out and to hand up the program. Just stay tuned after the short break. Thank you. God bless. Are you thirsty for valid information on political matters, security matters, marital matters, academic matters, and all the trending issues? Join me on every Wednesday on Inside Out with Shola Akintayo at 11 a.m. We're experts who analyze and find solutions to matters arising on FB and Instagram page live every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Yeah, thank you. Welcome back, and I want to say a big thank you for your time joining this program today. And we discussed media propaganda, and my guest was Korede Taiwo. Yeah, we look at media propaganda towards election year and during election campaign. My own piece of advice as regard media propaganda is just that I feel this is not what we need as a citizen now. Yeah, biased information, mislead information, information with bad intent or negative intent of either of the party or the aspirant is not what we need as a nation, as a country right now. All what we need is we need to vote in the right person, a credible leader. So to everybody disseminating information, should please disseminate facts. Disseminate facts, and the receiver of information should fact check information. What we need is credible leader, not misleading information. So whatsoever information you are receiving from any medium of information, checkmate the information. Make sure you get fact. Make sure you fact check. and we are not to work on all that. I have said it here one time that let us look at past achievements of aspirants. Let us look at past achievements of our leaders. In one way or the other, they all have served us. Maybe as a governor, maybe as a commissioner, maybe as a minister, maybe as a permanent secretary. They have all served us in one way or the other. And all these are past achievements should be considered now, not misleading information. Yeah, that's about that. I want to go into our shout out this morning to celebrate with as celebrities, our fans and our viewers. This morning, I'm going to start with a movie producer, a director. Okay, I'm getting a signal from there. Okay. I'm going to start with a movie producer, a director, in person of Ajibola Ademola, popularly known as Omo Highway. Yeah, last week Saturday was your birthday, November 12th. And we are doing this for you officially from our studio this morning. We are wishing you happy birthday. We say happy birthday to you, long life and prosperity. Also, we want to celebrate our wife of our music superstar, in person of Annie Idibia. Sunday, 13th November was her birthday. We are celebrating you this morning from inside out. We say happy birthday to you, long life and prosperity. Next on my leave is one of our popular MC, that's the younger brother to MC Pluto of LTV8, in person of MC Chicago. Chicago, we are celebrating you from the inside out this morning. We pray for more wings, more eyes, and more grace. We say happy birthday to you, long life and prosperity. Also, next on my list is BB Niger superstar, and that's in person of Sheds Olushemo. Said Sheds, we are wishing you happy birthday from inside our studio. We say happy birthday to you, long life and prosperity, more grace, more wings in your endeavors in life. Long life, Sheds. And next on my leave is one of my previous guests. Yes, that is a person of Mrs. Ayodele Oka. Mrs. Ayodele Oka will say happy birthday to you. We say long life and prosperity. God will continue to keep you for us, ma. More grace, more wings, more height in Jesus' name. Also on my list this morning is Omonike Julius. Omonike Julius, we are celebrating you today from our studio. We say happy birthday to you. Omonike Julius is our friend, is a fan to the house, and one of our lovers, and that is why we're extending love to you this morning from our studio. We say happy birthday to you, long life and prosperity. And the next on my list is my brother, yeah, and one of my fans too. Yeah, that's in person of Mide Akintayo. Mide Akintayo is my elder brother. Tomorrow is your birthday, and I'm doing it for you today officially from inside our studio. I say happy birthday to you in advance, dear brother. Long life and prosperity, more grace, more height in Jesus' name. And the last on my list is not a birthday celebration, but a wedding celebration. I'm saying happy married life to the newest couple in time. That was Oluwaseun Ibiyomi and his wife Blessing. Yeah, November 12th was their wedding. We are celebrating you from inside. Oluwaseun is a promising actor, and a businessman, and a movie producer. Yeah, we are celebrating you this morning, you and your wife. We say happy married life. God bless your home, and God bless your union. This is where we're going to end it today. We'll meet same times next week, Wednesday. God bless.